what are customary marriages in the first place? Customary marriages are marriages contracted in accordance with a particular custom. So if you're an Akan and you contract a marriage in accordance with the customs of the Akans, then that marriage is called customary marriages. If you are an Ewe and you contract a marriage under the Ewe customs, then that marriage is called customary marriage. Now, when you have a customary law marriage, it is not something that you go through any legal procedure that involves a lot of documentation before you can contract it. You simply go see the parents of the woman you want to marry and fulfill the customary rights that are required of you, and literally the marriage is concluded. So in all of these instances, a lot of writing is not involved, but there is a requirement of law that customary marriages could be registered. Now, because they are ordinarily contracted under customary law, they are also expected to be dissolved ordinarily under customary law as well. So if you contracted a marriage under the Akan custom and you want to dissolve that marriage, you have the option to go and dissolve it in accordance with the Akan custom. You don't necessarily have to go to court to dissolve it, but you are not precluded from going to court to dissolve a marriage that is customarily contracted. That is what you need to know. So the big question is, must you register your customary law marriage before it to be valid? If the answer from the outset is a big no. The law, which is the Matrimonial Causes Act in Ghana, does not mandatorily require you to register your customary law marriage before it to be valid. Once you have gone through the customary rights and fulfill all of them, the marriage will be valid, whether or not you've registered it. But in case you want to register your customary marriages, I'm going to take you through the procedure involved and how you can successfully register your customary marriage. So like I said, first of all, it is not mandatory to register it, but you are at liberty to choose to register it. And if you want to register, this is the procedure. And the first thing you will do to register is to write an application to register your customary marriage. And that application, the law requires that it is accompanied with what we call statutory declaration. It is what the layperson has been calling affidavit. But affidavit and statutory declarations are separate things. The statutory declaration ordinarily must specify the names of the parties. You and your husband, your name must be part of the statutory declaration, and you must also indicate your parents, your place of residence, and then you also need to add whether or not you fulfilled all the conditions that were necessary to contract a valid customary law marriage or customary marriage under the applicable custom.
Make it legal.